Sheng Shaoyou had never been more restless in his life. Forced to sleep in a separate room from Hua Yong, his nights became long and empty. Sleep refused to come, and when it did, it was shallow and filled with dreams of the omega he could not hold. Almost every morning, Hua Yong would wake up and find the tall alpha curled at the side of his bed like a loyal dog guarding its master. The sight was both pitiful and endearing, making Hua Yong's chest ache with emotions he could no longer deny. He would quietly admire the alpha's sleeping face, vulnerable and unguarded. Each time, he gently nudged him awake, reminding him the floor was cold. And each time, Sheng Shaoyou would blink awake, dazed, but the second his gaze landed on Hua Yong, his eyes softened, and he greeted him with a warm smile. Hua Yong's heart would betray him, thumping loudly as his cheeks flushed crimson at the tenderness hidden in that look. This small routine stretched for a week. By then, Hua Yong could no longer bear the sight of the proud alpha reduced to sleeping at his bedside. His heart swelled with pain and love he could no longer disguise. He finally whispered that it was too unfair for Sheng Shaoyou, exactly as the alpha had planned. His suffering had been nothing more than a ploy, waiting for Hua Yong to break. Seizing the moment, Sheng Shaoyou took Hua Yong's hand in his own, his voice low and coaxing, urging him to return to the master bedroom. Hua Yong froze, his face a deep shade of red, stammering uselessly as his eyes darted everywhere but at the alpha. Sheng Shaoyou's patience snapped. With a sudden move, he scooped up the smaller man, laughing as he declared it was time to carry the bride into the bridal chamber. Hua Yong's panicked protests filled the air, but they fell powerless against the strong arms that carried him across the threshold. In the master bedroom, Sheng Shaoyou tossed him onto the bed with such force that Hua Yong grew dizzy. His slender neck arched, his delicate body sprawled across the sheets, eyes wide with panic. The omega's beauty in that moment struck Sheng Shaoyou like lightning, stealing his breath. His heart pounded like that of a boy in the throes of first love, utterly defenseless. He could not pretend anymore. Desire burned through him, and his body acted before his mind could. He leaned down, lips seeking the softness he had longed for, desperate and greedy. Hua Yong pushed weakly at his chest, but Sheng Shaoyou pinned his hand in one swift motion. Beneath Hua Yong's palm was the alpha's heartbeat, strong and rapid, trembling with truth. Realizing this was the very heart he had always yearned for, Hua Yong could not resist any longer. He surrendered, parting his lips, allowing the alpha to claim him in a heated kiss. Their breaths mingled, their tongues tangled, and the room filled with the sound of the desperate hunger for one another. But as Sheng Shaoyou's fingers traced the curve of his waist, Hua Yong's eyes snapped open in alarm. A single word escaped him, no. The alpha froze instantly, guilt flooded him, but his expression remained calm as he withdrew his hand and touched the omega's cheek instead. His voice was firm, promising that no meant no. Tears welled in Hua Yong's eyes. He pressed his face against Sheng Shaoyou's chest, voice breaking as he whispered an apology. In that fragile moment, the omega's surrender and the alpha's restraint bound them tighter than passion ever could.